Okay, guys, so the test is Friday. It gives you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday to look at this PowerPoint, go over it until you understand it completely. Take as many notes as you need so that you're successful on Friday. You need to know how to find the value of x and find the missing angle measurements. In this first diagram, we know that this 48-degree angle and angle 1 are alternate exterior angles. We also know that angles 1 and 2 are supplementary and create a linear pair. With that being said, we know that 1 and 2 have to equal 180 degrees. So angle 1 and 48 degrees are congruent because they're alternate exterior angles. To find the measurement of angle 2, you're going to do the 180 minus 48. It's 132. So angle 2 has to be 132 degrees. Angle 2 is 132 degrees. Its vertical angle is 132 degrees. Its alternate interior angle is 132 degrees. And the vertical angle here is 132 degrees. This one, vertical 48, corresponding 48, vertical 48. Given this diagram, what do we know? We know that these are the same side interior angles, which means they're supplementary or 180 degrees. To solve it, go back. To solve it, you have to 7x minus 8 plus the 62 degrees equals 180. Solve that equation. So x has a value of 18. If x is 18, then 7 times 18 minus 8 is 118. Or you could have done 180 minus 62 is 118. Here's all the math you need to understand. Here's what I'm going to tell you. 62 degrees. Vertical one is 62 degrees. Corresponding 62 degrees. Vertical 62 degrees. 118. 118. Vertical 118. So you have to know your corresponding and alternate interior, alternate exterior, and vertical angles. In this last one, we know that these are alternate interior angles, so they're congruent. They're the same measure. So you're going to set this up as 2w minus 5 equals 95. Solve that equation. You get a value for w is 50 degrees, which means 2 times 50 is 100, minus 5 is 95. So these are alternate interior angles, both 95. Vertical angle 95, alternate exterior angle 95. These two angles here together are supplementary, so these are 180 minus 95, so this is 85, 85, 85, and 85. So this is everything you need to know. You do need to know the vocabulary. Last one, alternate exterior angles. They're congruent, so you have to set them equal to each other. Here's another example of how to solve those equations. Find the measure. Once you find the value of x, which is 59, plug it back into an equation. 2 times 59 plus 26. It gives you 144 degrees, 144 degrees, 144 degrees, 144 degrees, 144 degrees. Its supplementary angle is 180 minus 144, so it's 36 degrees. 36 degrees, 36 degrees, and 36 degrees. Triangles, the missing angle of a triangle. If you have two angles of any triangle, you can get the third one by subtracting from 180. Here's the math.
I can't hear the math.
You can't hear the math. Here's another triangle. You know this is 52 degrees. You also know that this square tells you it's 90 degrees. Add these two angles together, subtract from 180, which is the math that I've done here. So you know the angle here is 38 degrees. Given equations, you have to be able to set up the equations. You know this one is 90 and this is 31. So together they're 121 degrees. If you have 3x minus 1 plus 1, 21, it's going to end up, here's your full equation. Solved it. X then equals 20. If x is 20, 3 times 20 is 60, minus 1 is 59. This has to be a 59-degree angle. Dilation rules must know. You have to know the pre-image is ABC. The new image would be A prime, B prime, C prime. That's how you know the difference between the original and the new. If the scale factor is greater than 1, the image gets bigger. If the scale factor is less than 1, the image gets smaller. If I give you points, if A is negative 2010 with a scale factor of 3, you're simply multiplying your points times 3. So negative 2010 becomes negative 6030. If it's getting smaller, negative 28, and the scale factor is 1/4, you're multiplying by 1/4 or dividing by 4. Negative 28 becomes negative 52. Reflection rules. The rule for reflecting across the y-axis is xy becomes opposite of xy. So if you had a point 3, negative 4, and you're reflecting across the y-axis, it becomes the opposite of 3 or negative 3, and y is negative 4 still. If you are reflecting across the x-axis, the rule says xy becomes x and opposite y. So if the point is 3, negative 4, then the reflected image across the x-axis would become the same x, 3, but the opposite of negative 4 or 4. Rotation rules. XY, if you're rotating 90 degrees clockwise, XY becomes Y opposite X. So if this is our point, the Y goes first, and the opposite of negative 15 is positive 15. If it's 90 degrees counterclockwise, the rule is from XY becomes the opposite of YX. So negative 15, 12, the opposite of Y would be negative 12, and your regular X is negative 15. 180 degrees counterclockwise or clockwise, the rule says XY becomes the opposite of X, the opposite of Y. So that same point, negative 15, 12, the opposite of X is positive 15, and the opposite of positive 12 is negative 12. Vocabulary you need to know is listed here. Have examples, whatever it is that you need to be successful on Friday. It's an open note test. Show me how great you really are. Have a great day.